1985 was a good year for movies. The Terminator, Buckaroo Banzai, Firestarter, Gremlins, the list just goes on and on. But there's one movie that shines above them. One quoted more often than Wrath of Khan. Only one! In my new opening credits that you just saw. Ghostbusters! There's not much to say that you don't already know. Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and Harold Ramis star in a film about ghost extermination. The original idea was that the ghosts were like any other kind of pest, and that these blue-collar guys would come into your house and get rid of them like an exterminator or a plumber. A lot of that idea is in the film. But instead of being routine with hundreds of Ghostbusters franchises, the boys are on their own, in a world that needs them but still doesn't believe it. The first movie tells the story of how a group of paranormal investigators were able to prove their theories and save the city from Gozer the Gozerian. It's a comedy, but has a great mix of paranormal theories and seriousness to boost it above any other movie like it. One of the main reasons for this is that Dan Aykroyd is a true believer. He believes ghosts exist and we have the ability to detect them with modern technology. He made sure that both films stayed consistent to those ideas, and it really shows. The movie was a phenomenal success, generating a sequel, toys, comics, 2 cartoon shows, and 1 serious ripoff. I'm looking at you, Filmation. I don't care if you had the name first. We all know the truth. After Ghostbuster Mania, it was more than 5 years before we got a cinematic sequel, and it tells the story about how a group of paranormal investigators were able to prove their theories and save the city from Vigo, the Carpathians. Yeah, as good as the second movie was, it just tells the story of the first movie with some new jokes. Luckily, they're really good jokes, and most of the fans let it slide. Is it called plagiarism when you steal from yourself? Anyway, the movie was a huge success, and here we are 25 years later, and the fans are still craving for more. So finally, the boys have gotten the band back together, bringing us Ghostbusters, the video game. They've worked really hard to make this feel like a legitimate sequel. It even starts like the movie would have. The budget's no longer a concern, so Ramis and Aykroyd have tried to bring some of the original ideas about the ghost world and how it exists parallel to ours into the story. Something I'm really excited about. It had a lot of really high-end concepts. It's 2 years later, and the Ghostbusters are finally seen as the heroes they are. A Department of Paranormal Affairs has been set up to employ them to keep the city safe. You play as the rookie hired to test all of the experimental equipment the gang has developed. Setting it up this way is a stroke of genius because instead of controlling the guys, it really seems like you're hanging out with them. This game was clearly made with love. The characters, props, and sets are all meticulously rendered to look just like the source material. You could criticize that this game is short, but if what you really want is another Ghostbusters tale, it's a good thing in this case. There's no needless level grinding or puzzles that could be plot holes later on in the game. This one is pure perfection. In fact, the only real criticism I can give the game is that it's too much like the movie in one respect. The rookie is a set character that can't be changed. What's up with that? You should be able to make your own character. Not being able to do that is a real disappointment. But you know what? It's just not enough. I've got to get in on this action. Computer, lock on to the highest PKE readings and transport me to the nearest dispatch ectomobile. Who the hell are you? Oh, hey, Wacko. Hey, let's go bust some ghosts. Lenny, I need you behind the building. Lenny, we got one back here. Then catch it! Lenny, you have the pack. Get back here! Did you get it? What do you think? That's a ghost.
You think?
You're excused.
Excuse me?
Good job.
Guys?
Boom goes the dynamite.
Special thanks to the Palm Ghostbusters for letting me tag along in their cave. If you want to know more about them, check out palmghostbusters.com. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a game to play.